Hi everyone, Shay here with HDPhotoHub. We've got a great update to walk you through this release. We added the Details tab to the new UI, so you can now manage property information, things like list price, beds, baths, and property description right inside the new interface. On the media side, videos now have their own dedicated section, and we've consolidated the upper and the lower embedded media areas into a single 3D tour section. So adding URL-based deliverables is a lot more straightforward. We also added Titus as a payment option for pay on delivery, and some thumbnail improvements for Draft 360 providers. All right, let's get into it. Let's start by hopping over into the new interface by clicking our name in the upper right, and then New UX. From the left-hand menu, I'm going to go to Sites, and then click on one of my listings. And then here, we're going to look at the Details page. So across the top, we have Summary, Media, and Now Details. This is the tab that we added in the latest update. And this is where you can manage all of the information about your listing. So this is your MLS number, your list price, property info, including an editable pin too. So if you ever need to update this pin location, you can absolutely do that. All the basics about the property, so your bedrooms, baths, garage, etc. Property description, amenities, and then site attribution at the very bottom. This is a new location for site attribution, and we did move that to the details page. And then in the upper right, you're going to have the client info, and then the buyer's commission. So a lot of this is available on the legacy UI. We just added it to the new interface so that you don't need to bounce back and forth if you need to make changes to the listing details. All right, let's hop over to the media tab and talk about a few of the changes that we made there. We did send out an email a few days ago letting everyone know of the planned changes. Those are out now, so I do want to take just a second to mention them again. The main ones are going to be the video section, so this one here, and then the consolidation of the upper and lower media sections into 3D tours. So as you notice here, videos, there's a new home for video assets. So if you upload a video, it'll go into this section here. This should help just keep things organized. So all the different types of deliverables that you have will go into their own individual sections. A few of the details here, if you upload a video, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. There are a few different settings here that we added, and I just wanted to clarify them. So in the past, when you added a video and you wanted it to display kind of in that featured upper or lower section on the website, you would add that to the upper or the lower embedded section. So that is no longer necessary. We have these settings here. So when you upload a video, you can just choose prefer above or prefer below. And each of those will correspond to the upper or the lower embedded section. So same functionality, just a simplified workflow. And then we also include in the property website hero. So that's a hero banner at the very top of the website. So previously, when you added a video, if you wanted it to display as that first spot on the hero section of the website, you'd have to put that as the first image in the gallery. That's not required any longer. So when you upload a video, it'll toggle this to on. So the default will be on. So this will just automatically play in the hero. If you do not want that, be sure to toggle that off. But otherwise, that'll just automatically play in the hero section of the website. We are not removing any functionality. So if you do have that video already in that first spot, for any sites that you already have out there, that'll continue to function just as you would expect. That'll still play as the hero, so there's no need to go back and change any settings or anything like that. It'll just continue to work, but going forward, it should just be a simpler process. And then the other thing that I mentioned is the 3D tours section. So previously, that was the upper and the lower embedded sections. So we've consolidated that into one area. So there's just one section called 3D tours now. And then when you add a link or a URL, you have the option of choosing prefer above or prefer below in the edit window. So instead of having to put this specifically in the upper or the lower, you just simply add the URL, and then within the dialog, you can choose whether or not you want that above or below. All right, those are the changes that we made in the new interface. One thing I did want to call out is that does carry over to the legacy platform as well. And so I'm going to hop over here just to show you briefly. So in the current UI, there is a new video section. So that is in the legacy as well as that consolidation of the upper and lower embedded. So if you go to the legacy UI and you see some changes, those are now uniform across the old and the new UI, just for a consistent workflow across both of the interfaces. And so just to kind of reiterate, nothing has changed. So if you do have videos that are a part of your gallery, those will stay up there. If you do upload a new video, it'll just automatically go into the video section. and it'll display in either the upper or the lower sections of the website. But if you do want it in the gallery, feel free to drag it up here. All your existing videos will stay where they are. If one's in the first spot up here, it'll stay put. So nothing that you have to retroactively go back and correct. Everything will continue to work. It's just going forward, you'll have this new area in the video section. All right, and then the last thing in this update that I want to mention is Titus. So we made an update to the balance page. And so in this site, I have a balance of a little over $100, about $163. I'm going to jump over to that page. And so this is important for brands that are doing pay on delivery. So currently Titus is set up so you can pay with Titus, but it's at the time of the order. And so not every brand has their payment set up like that. And so if you are a company that prefers to take payment or ask for payment on delivery, you now have Titus as an option. So if you have Titus or the Titus integration set up, you'll see that as a payment option. So you can deliver your media without taking payment at the time of the order. And then when you deliver it, your clients will have the option to use Titus at checkout. All right, that's everything in this update. The Details tab brings managing property info into the new interface. The media page is cleaner with dedicated video and unified 3D tour area. And Titus is now available for companies that prefer to collect payment on delivery. If you have any questions about anything in this update or would like access to the new interface if you're not already part of the beta program, please reach out to our customer service team and they'll get you taken care of. And as always, thanks for being part of HDPhotoHub, and we'll see you in the next update.